Miss Basso here. This is my second attempt playing around with YouTube. I am not familiar with YouTube, and yeah, we want to see how this looks. If you guys are getting reminders, I did let some people know in my Instagram that I'm coming live in about 5 minutes. So let's see how this looks. Right now, I've been talking for about almost a minute, and no one's on here yet, and it's very strange. Okay, see, I see you guys messaging, but now it's not showing me anyone. Strange. Very different. Hi, Laura. Hi, Pina. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Let's see how this looks, guys. It shows there's 2 people commenting, and I only see 1 person on here, so it's very strange. I'm not familiar with YouTube, but I'm gonna give it a try. So let's see. If there's more people on here, just say hello. Right now it only shows me 1 person on here, so I don't know. I think YouTube is a little bit slower. I know with my Instagram, like I was saying before, it's like Instagram, I'm on for a minute and I get 100 people fast. So hi, Sylvia. Thanks, guys, for coming in. I am going to pull some angel cards. This is a bit of a test run as well, too, to see how it works. And hopefully we get more people on here. But this we'll see. YouTube is foreign for me. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. Again, I'm trying out YouTube because people get upset with me because I'm always on Instagram doing lives. I don't like Facebook. Facebook, I find not too many people go on. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Facebook was the original OG where I used to do my videos and all that. And YouTube is something different. So I reset my phone because before, when I did a test, the internet wasn't working. So hopefully the internet is better now. If it's freezing, if it starts to freeze, just let me know that it's starting to freeze, and then I'll put it on my 3G. I'll take the Wi-Fi off. Okay, so it's showing about 7 on here. It seems to be lagging because when you guys were saying you were here, it didn't even show me anybody on. So it could be more. I don't know. Again, I don't know how the YouTube works. If you're finding that the video is like the camera's shaking a little bit, let me know. I have it on a stand. Sometimes I see it shake, so if it is, just let me know. All right, let's pull some angel cards here, and let's see. I know I pulled some last night on YouTube, and I wasn't able. You sound and no lag is great. Okay, perfect. Your sound and no lag is great. Thanks, Pina. Instagram last night, I was talking, and I did also a card reading and stuff. I didn't save it because I was doing mine, honestly. I was doing my nails, not like I did my nails, but I took my nails off, and I'm like, who the hell's gonna want to watch me do this? And like, anyways, I pulled some cards, I did my nails, and people seem to be on. I had quite a bit of people on there, but let's see. For those who are on here right now, let's pull some angel cards and see what the angels want to say. So I use, for those who might be new on here, who don't have Instagram, and don't use Instagram, whatever, I am using old apps, okay? And these are old apps that I use. They're grandfathered in, and many people can't get these apps anymore, and luckily I still have them. But I'm going to pull some angel cards for the collective to see. Now, I think my daughter's on here as well. She came running down when I did the test saying, Mommy, I got to see you on Instagram, on YouTube. And she doesn't have what's it called? Instagram. So if my daughter's on here, I know you're listening. So hello to you. You're probably like all smiles in your room. You should be sleeping, and very soon you should be going to bed. Okay. I think I heard her shout no. Here we go. So I see the numbers are slowly coming up, creeping up. Let's see what the angels have to say for collective for us today, okay? What they need to say. So as you know, if you've seen me on Instagram, I pull, and there's a ring light here. So I'm going to try to move it. Ooh, what am I doing? Hold on. Oh my God, I'm going to delete my stuff here. I'm trying not to go into sort of the ring light, but eventually, if I end up doing this on YouTube, let me see if I shut this light off. Hold on. Maybe it's better if I shut this off. Bear with me, okay? We're playing around with the lighting. Okay? That's not bad. See? That's not too bad. Okay, so it's like a glare. Hold on. So if I ring lights, gotta love them. You can still see it, right? Yeah, it's at the lowest. You can still see it. Okay, if I shut it off, So I don't know if this light is good. Sorry guys, I told you I'm testing out, but because I'm testing, you gotta bear with me. I'm gonna pull some cards for you as well too, okay? But it looks dark. Do you like it better with the light? If you guys can let me know, do you like it better with the light, but then you don't see the ring light too much, right? And that, or would you prefer the light on and then deal with the ring light? See the ring light? Let me know. Let me know in the comments here before we begin. You're helping me figure this out. What best people or best advice is you guys who are watching, right? I can say like how I feel, but if you prefer like some light on, like that, or my fotch is bright, then I'll leave it, but you will get the bit of a ring light. If you prefer no ring light, let me know. Let me know in comments. I'm not going to proceed until somebody comments on here. How about that? I'll wait for you guys. I jacked up my nails yesterday. Oh my god, so bad. It was so painful. You guys saw me on Instagram doing it. It was bad. Either way is good. Thank you, Sylvia. Most times I see people do YouTube videos with their laptop, and then it's like this way, this screen. So Laura says, looks fine either way. Your fotch looks great with or without. Thank you. Thanks, Laura. Okay, so I don't know. I think I look more alive when the light's on. My little sideburns here. I think the light makes me look more awake. Like it's almost 9 o'clock at night, right? Like I get tired. I start looking tired. So I say, if I can leave the ring light on, you're okay with seeing the halo in my phone? It's not bad. Okay, so let's pull some cards in. I'll leave it like this for now. But I appreciate your honesty. Thank you. Everyone else is quiet on here. That's okay. But let's pull some cards and see what the angels have to say here. And you know what's weird? Why can't I see, look at my thumb out here. Why can't I see who's on here? Do you know what I mean? Like when you are on Instagram, I'm just going to say like, this is what I'm noticing because this is new for me. When you're on Instagram, it shows you who's on. Like, I can't even see who's on here unless they comment. See? Nothing. What's this button? Start a poll. Start a poll. What's a poll? Hold on. Like I'm asking questions. I tapped it. Start a poll. Ask your community optional. Okay, let me just do this. Let me do a test here because I'm testing it out, guys. I want to see if you guys think I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, ask your community. Let me see. Optional. Do you like fruit? Don't ask why I'm asking. Fruit better than vegetables? Okay, I'm playing around with the poll here before I get to the card stuff. How does this look? Do you like fruit better than? And then tell me, guys, if you know how to answer it. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. If you like fruit, and then 3 votes. Okay, vote. You guys are voting. Wow, can I see who's voting? So 100% said you like fruit better than vegetables. Thank you. I appreciate you answering that. That's not too bad, doing this poll thing. Okay, so let me see. 7 votes. Do you like fruit better than vegetables? Yes. Okay, good. I need you guys to work with me. I gotta figure out if this is something that I want to do. I really like Instagram because I like to see who's on here. So the only way I can see, I guess, who's on here, unless you guys know of a way, and I'm a dumbass and I don't know. But I don't know who's on here. I don't like that feeling. I like to know who's on. And, you know, not just from comments, but it's nice to see who's on here. I can mute, I can share, I'm going to save highlight. Interesting. Okay. There's like almost 20 people on here right now. Slower than Instagram. That's okay. But, yeah, I don't like that I can't tell who's on here. Like, I want to know who's on. That sucks. Maybe on the laptop. Anybody know if I do this on a laptop, if I can see who's coming on? Like, if there's a way that I can tap and it's like, oh, look who's here. My friend's here. Oh, I know that person. That's my client. Anything? Anybody know? It's like, I feel like I'm talking to myself too much. And I don't like the YouTube. Okay, but I'm trying to be for my following, okay? I'm trying to be like, whatever. Okay, so let's pull some cards. How's this poll thing going? So most people said yes, that they like fruit over vegetables. Okay, there we go. Now I can't get out of this fucking screen. Hold on. I don't even know with YouTube. Can I swear on YouTube? Oh my god, it's bad knowing. Okay, not sure, but I think from a laptop there's more options. I'm gonna try laptop as well. Okay, I don't know when. We'll see. I don't want to be on too long. Last night I was on for a long time. You guys saw me jack my nails up on live and it wasn't fun. So I'm just testing. Okay, let's pull some cards. Okay, so here we go. As you guys can see, some new people, new faces on here. I don't know who you are. That's why I don't like. I don't like seeing. I do prefer Instagram because it's like, oh, this person's on here. Even if you don't comment, it's kind of good to know who's on here. So, hi Steph. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from here. I just did a test and the angels showed me. I finally got the chat to. I finally got the chat to work. Awesome. Yeah. So I don't even know. I'm like I don't know how it works either. Okay, so I'm pulling this card here. Let's see. Hold on. Ooh. This card says choose freedom. It says sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. You could free yourself from the obstacles you're so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from the negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. So when I tap into this card here, it has something to do with like creativity. I'm hearing creativity and Christmas, and I'm hearing market. So creativity, Christmas market, whether it's like a creative Christmas market or some type of Christmas market, they are telling me there are some people on here are contemplating whether they want to be part of some type of Christmas fair, Christmas market. I'm not sure, okay? So when I look at this card, the intuitive hits that I'm getting from my spiritual team, and before I began, I prayed, and I always recommend pray before you do any type of divination, connection type stuff. But what I'm hearing is that choose freedom means there's two sides of this. There's two meanings to this card. So the first meaning is if you're thinking like I'm a creative person, I love creating stuff, making things, putting things together. I hate my job. I don't want to do anymore, but my passion is into the creative field. If you've been feeling like I want to start somewhere, right? And there are some people who are really gifted, like creatively. I'm not one of those people, but really good at making things, doing like art type stuff or cooking, baking, stuff like that. When I tap into this card, they're saying there's a lot of you who are on the fence about like leaving work. So instead of saying like, hey, I think I want to leave my full-time job and just try out this like gifted thing that I have, which is making stuff, baking things, cooking, whatever, to slowly wean into it. So what that means is you're going to do things like, let me try out this Christmas market. Let me pay for a table. My friend invited me, or my friend invited me to go to a Christmas market. Let me see if I can see myself like hosting one of these, going to one of these. So making things. So it's almost like you would go to a market. So sometimes I go to these Christmas markets, right? And I go to the market and I see all these handmade or goodie type things that people make, products, crafts. And I'm like, wow, like these guys are so gifted. And if I were into making the similar types of things, which I don't have interest in that because I do other stuff. But if I had interest in that, then I would be like, how does this look? So I would venture off and try maybe a few different markets, okay? So if you're feeling like I'm creative or I'm intuitive or I am, I'm really good at whatever, and there is some type of event or market of other people that do that, right? They do it and they're selling stuff or services or whatever, go to them. That's what this card is saying is free yourself from those shackles in your mind that tell you not to do it. Don't like not to go, not to envision opportunity to be happy, to be self-employed, to make money. And so when I see this card, it's saying like, go to these events, go to these markets, see if you can enjoy going to these markets. See if you can see yourself. What does it take? Financially, what it would it look like, and then you start small. So let's say you do it for Christmas, and then Easter comes. There's like an Easter market or Valentine's Day market, and you're like, okay, for Valentine's Day, I'm hearing of this market. Let me try and make some arts and crafts, some art stuff, Valentine stuff, right? And you might have some really unique, cute things that you can provide or sell or whatever, or services that you can offer. Let that be something where you still have your full-time job, and then you start off small going to something like that. So that's what I'm feeling for the choose freedom, as being like one of the meanings for somebody on here. So someone on here had to know what that meant. Okay, so it might be something specific for you, and you're like, okay, I get it. So I'm not gonna leave my full-time job yet. I'm not gonna leave my career as a full-time parent, guardian, to start some branching off yet. I'm doing my research. So sometimes, people find that, oh, if I go online and I educate myself online, you can Google anything. Yes, but the best way is to put your feet in there. Feel the vibe of the energy. Feel the energy, the vibe of the room, the event, or wherever. See if you feel the love in it. See if you feel you're getting anxious. See if you can see yourself doing that. Okay, because there's a lot of people who do these markets. It's a lot of work. I've done maybe a couple markets. It is a lot of work. Energetically, it can be a lot. Financially, it can be a lot too. You could end up spending money and not making any money. So, what this card is saying is like, we know you want freedom from that. We know you want to be able to do new things and venture into new things, but test the waters first. Okay, so if that makes sense. So that's what I'm hearing. But there was another meaning. Like, this is what happens. I get so much in my brain at one time, and it's like, okay, we'll just hold on. Let me get through this one thing, then I'll be able to get into another thing. So let me go back to this card, and it was a choose freedom card. So I am feeling that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to start becoming self-employed more as of the new year. Okay, so if you're feeling like you're one of those people, like, yes, Lucy, I'm struggling, and just from the perspective of someone who's been self-employed for a long time, I'm just going to give you a bit of some advice, some business advice, because you're not going to always find this type of business advice from everybody. So and I know a lot of you know me on well, at least on Instagram. On here, not too many people may know me that are on here, but I started off from doing readings at work that I did. So I used to offer free readings for people during lunch break, during breaks, after work, for free for years. I did free readings for years, okay? Then I started doing readings. I started doing I would call them angel parties. So these angel parties would be like for friends and family. They would have me come over, and I would do readings one after another after another. So I used to do hour readings for like sometimes even 10, 12 people. And I'm telling you, I was there all day, sometimes till 3, 4 in the morning. I'd be like buzzing, and I would survive off of protein drinks. I still remember, and I told my students this, I would survive off of protein drinks, tangerines, and almonds, lots of almonds. That's what I was. And obviously, they would offer me food and stuff too, and sometimes I would eat. But I'd like to be like almost like in a fast as much as I can, not in a heavy stomach when doing that many readings. Then it got to, okay, Lucy was doing all these parties, word of mouth. Hey, can you come here? I would do, the host would be free. So it would be an incentive for the host to have people over, because they would get a free reading, and then they would have their people there. And then it went from like, oh my God, so much. I'm going to do half an hour readings. And I can still have that many people, but I can only handle half an hour people, like half an hour time, right? And so as I started to become more intuitive, you start your skill set starts to sharpen a little bit more. And so with that, I was getting tired after the session. So I was doing I've done many angel parties, many, I can't even tell you, okay? And I would bring my cards, and I would bring like a tablecloth and all that stuff. And I really enjoyed doing them, and I hustled. Imagine, I worked full-time, worked 7 days, and then I would do those on the evenings and weekends. The angel parties. And then eventually it was like, can you do private sessions? So I would do like some private sessions. Sometimes I would go to someone's house just for a private session or whatever. Then it went from working out of my home. So I was still full-time working in childcare. So for many years I worked in childcare, and I was doing readings, evenings, weekends, from home. And then it got to from like, oh my God, like I'm making more money doing readings and instead of working this full-time job, and I was happier. And so it was like my escape. Like my readings were doing my was like my type of escape. So I had to find a way to get out of my career. And it's hard. And it's hard getting out of your career when you've been doing I've been worked in childcare for over 20 years, working with kids for over 20 years. Have a lot of educational background certificates and stuff in regards to working with children. I actually now I do advertise. I specialize in working with spiritually gifted children. Spiritually gifted, okay? I've worked with children of all various needs, but spiritually gifted children, they when they come to see me, they typically can feel my energy, and they know what I'm about. And usually they're easier and they're more receptive to me because they can feel my energy. It's an unspoken thing. They just know. And people who are pretty intuitive, when they are in my presence, they typically can tell, all right, we feel her energy. She's pretty good. Kids gravitate towards me. So I've been blessed that way. So thank God for that. But in regards to like my career and whatnot, I've had to hustle. And so if anyone's thinking of like becoming self-employed or anything, I've had to hustle through my life. So I did many readings out of my home till it got to the point where there's many reasons why I got out of my home, but even energetically, I used to have spirit visit all the time in my home, and like departed loved ones would come in, creep in before they would come even the night before. I would I could smell like perfume or the food that they used to make just before and stuff, and then they would come in for a reading. So I used to get like so many different hits. That it was pushing me out in many things, many reasons, but I was being like almost like pushed out of my house. And so it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I can't do these readings anymore out of my home. Like I'm getting too busy now. So this was even before Instagram, Facebook. Like I had to like create a website and all that. And I think I was on Facebook at some time too, just so that I got my face out there so that people had a means to connect. And then I ended up getting a small space, a small unit, half of a unit. So like a big unit, but I rented out half, and that was my reading area. And then from there, I went to a bigger center. And then from there, now I'm in a larger center. I'm in a large wellness center in Mississauga. So, with business, if you're thinking, we see the people that are there, like, oh, they're successful, they're doing well, they're doing great, I want to be like them. But what we don't understand and we don't realize is all the things, the trial and errors and everything that has come with that, right? And so I know that in my career, my profession, I've had to learn, and it's hard when you're an entrepreneur. It's hard to bother people, but I've had to learn to like ask people for help. So as I was growing, I had to learn to ask like, hey, I need help with this, or I need help with this like for me, when I moved out into a center, then in the center I was doing it for a little bit, then I started getting really busy. Like the messages wouldn't stop coming through. A lot of people were contacting, and I had to hire Nella. If you guys don't know, Nella works with me. She does a lot of healing stuff at the center too, but she answers like all my messages, emails, and all that stuff too. She comes to a lot of the events as well too. Nella's also a Reiki master. She does like Indian head massage, lymphatic massages, Reiki healings at the center, and so she's busy with that. But she also still takes care of my messages. Eventually, she's gonna get so busy she won't be able to do that anymore. But it's hard when you're an entrepreneur. You're gonna have to learn. So this is a message for somebody or a few people on here. If you are looking at becoming successful, you're gonna have to learn to like loosen the reins a little bit. You're gonna have to learn to trust people, which is hard because if you are like me, or you plan to be like me, where you're hustling and you put everything that you know into your business, all your time, like the arguments my husband and I would get into because of the amount of like stress it put on, that I was, working evenings and weekends, and it was financially, we were in a hard place many years ago, and I think we'll always be like, trying to figure it out or financially, but we were in a difficult place that, I've had to really prove to him, but to myself, that I can be self-sustained, I can be successful, I can make money, and God's gonna give you what you can handle. So I know sometimes, and especially now, a lot of people are feeling it right now, and I know because my clients are telling me, feeling the financial strain, right? Feeling like they're stuck, feeling like things are so slow or heavy, like we're like treading water or like walking in mud. But I want you guys to know that if you have a dream, if you do have a dream, if you do have goals and aspirations and all of that, don't give up. Don't give up. If you're feeling stuck, like you don't have enough information on something, ask for help. Put it out to the universe. Say, God, listen, I'm struggling with this. Just like with me, I was saying I can't answer these messages. I am spending hours answering these messages, booking appointments. It's taking me away from doing what I love, and that's helping people, doing readings, doing healings, events, classes, workshops. And so you have to learn to let go a little bit too. And when you're self-employed, it's not always fun. So, if you're feeling like I want to give up on my business, this message is for you to just keep trying. Put it out to God, put it out to the universe that you need a little bit more support, you need a little bit more guidance, and then you're going to see things are going to start coming. But when you give up on yourself, then you're telling God, it's okay, I don't need you anymore, right? But I'm telling you, stay with it. And I think coming from someone who's been self-employed for a long time, how long have I been self-employed for? Like 10 years. 10 years where I've worked for myself for 10 years. It's a long time working for yourself for 10 years. Hustling, trying to make money, trying to make more money, trying to, grow the business as well too. And it's not easy. But if you give up on yourself, then you close those doors of opportunity. If you tell God, I need some help, I need support, I need guidance, then you open up those doors of opportunity. So don't give up. This, again, like pulling this card, choose freedom, is okay. If you want to be self-employed, just know with self-employment, there's a lot of things that come with that as well. You don't turn off. Like, that's the truth. You don't turn off. Your mind is on your career. At least maybe, and even if you are so successful and you have everybody that's running that, you are initially the person who's like helped it grow. So initially someone's going to come back to you. Someone's going to say something to you about your business. It's going to come back, right? You're never fully disconnected in your business. So if you are serious and you are passionate, you have to wake up every day and be like, I freaking love doing this. I love showing up every day. I love going to my wellness center every day. That is my space of peace. Okay. I love helping people heal. I love seeing people heal right in front of me. Even today was an emotional day as well too, right? I was getting emotional with some clients today, and it was hard. It was hard for me. But when they left, I was like, thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity to be able to be a vessel, of your service, of your light, of your healing. And don't give up. I'm telling you, don't give up. Running a business is hard. So if you're feeling like, and I can tell you honestly, myself, I don't think I could work for somebody again. That's just my personality. I've always been a strong personality, but I don't think I can go backwards. I sometimes have like these nightmares of like going back and working for a company and stuff, because it's like, oh my God, what happened? Like, you were doing so well, Lucy, what happened? And it could happen, right? It could. But it's making sure that we are all like staying on a state of like being grateful for where we're at, our opportunities, the people who are in our lives. Even if your work sucks, like, bless your work. But God, thank you for my work. It tells me I'm healthy enough to show up. I'm healthy enough to receive a paycheck. Even when you're really stressed, give thanks, give blessings to all your stuff. And then you're going to see things will start like getting better. They will get better, okay? And opportunities will come. So free yourself, and like when I pull this card, free yourself of like the negative thoughts that you have about yourself or your work or your self-employed stuff or whatever. But that's what the angels are telling me. They're also showing me in this card as well too that I pull, choose freedom, is some of you will have to leave an unhealthy relationship. Now, I know I said that, and some of you felt that in your chest immediately. You know who it is. You know it's you. right? So if you felt that as soon as I said that, where it's like, and you're like, oh, the holidays are coming. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to deal with this. I'm already like dealing with other stuff. Eventually, you're going to have to deal with it. That's what my angels are showing me. Eventually, you're going to have to deal with ending stuff. New year, new opportunities, new life, new relationship. It's all there. So it's coming. I'm hearing it's coming for you guys. Next year is going to be good. It's going to be a better year. And don't listen to all the negative talk that's out there. All it is a trap to keep your frequency low, to keep you low vibing, to keep you in a state of anger and frustration and hate. And darkness lives off of that. You're fueling it, you're feeding it. So we can't do that. Okay, so we're gonna move away from that. Okay. So listen, I'm gonna pull another card because this was more of like a test. If I'm finding like you guys are enjoying this, it's weird for me coming on here. Usually on my, so for those of you who don't know, I'm on Instagram. I've been on Instagram. I have a good viewing on Instagram. I'm Lucy Basso _ Welcome Angels. I have the blue check mark finally after so much whatever, but I'm on there and I do lives on there and they seem to like, I can do any time of night and I get a lot of views. So having 35 views on here, I'm not impressed, but I am trying to see and test it out and see. And I know it's like starting from scratch, right? When you're starting a business, what do? We start from scratch and we have to work our way up. So we have to be what? We gotta be very patient. So I'm teaching myself too, be patient. It's quality too, it's not quantity, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I had said I'm gonna try to come on here because I wanna be able to accommodate some of my following that doesn't have Instagram, okay? Because they tell me, you gotta go on YouTube. Okay, I'm doing it. All right, so I'm gonna pull another card, angel card here. So again, from the app. There's the ring light, sorry, I'll try to, come on. That's one more card for you guys, okay? I was on last night till late, so I'm a little bit tired and I worked all day today. I was with clients all day today, so what is happening? Oh, it's 3. Did I pull a 3-card spread? What in the heck? Didn't even see that. I guess the angels want you to have a little bit more time with me, I guess. Okay, so first card. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to read it. I can't see backward. I can't see, first of all, and I can't see backwards. Okay, so this card is saying 2 of abundance. Life may be feeling, yes, a little out of balance right now. You can be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change to your career. Exactly what we were talking about. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. Make your work as playful as possible. Multitasking with a positive attitude brings great success. So if you're one of those people that I was talking about where you're trying to be self-employed, you're trying to like test the waters to see if this is something you want to do, leave your job, build your side hustle while you're working full-time. Don't quit right away, okay? Because the fear can take in if there's no money coming. Because I'm telling you, money doesn't come streaming in right away. It doesn't. And I know it's hard. I know it is hard to work 2 freaking jobs. But I'm telling you, if you can hold on. For many years, guys, I worked 7 days a week, day and night. If you can hold on and you can get through that period of like, I'm tired, I'm like, whatever. Like I said, I was doing readings like all day. I used to do readings from the morning till like 3 in the morning. I would take breaks here and there. But a true entrepreneur knows how to hustle. And not just hustle, they're smart and they learn how to trust and bring people in as well too, to help when things get really, really difficult. So don't give up on your dream, but it doesn't mean you quit your full-time job to be like, I'm going to start this, and you have no clientele, no business, no nothing. You're going to need to find a way to hustle. Hard work is still important in this day and age. A lot of people don't realize that. We still have to work hard. I find sorry, not to discredit anybody, but sometimes the younger generation has a hard time with hard work. Like the 5 o'clock time goes and they're like, see ya, bye, I'm out of here. And they're like off and they're going and doing their own thing, right? But if you want to be self-employed, you're going to have to learn to hustle. You're going to have to learn to do stuff you don't want to do. You're going to have to learn to work several hours. You're going to have to learn to be in a situation where you're you're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to like be out with friends or family, whatever, and then you're thinking about work. It's an often thing that happens. It sucks, but just know it's patience. Okay, so that's what this card is saying. Two of Abundance. That it's going to be stressful, but don't worry. So this is the next card, and I'm going to read it. It says, Three of Thought. Loving angels surround you and heal you and comfort you. The sadness you feel will fade away in time, and then you'll be able to see clearly how important the situation has been for your spiritual growth. Take the time you need to forgive yourself and others so that you can embrace the future with joy. I know if you're working for a company, an organization, and you freaking hate it, I know how hard it is to wake up every day and to be like, oh my God, I'm having an anxiety attack. What excuse can I use to say I'm not going to work? Like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to deal with people. What sickness do I have right now so that I don't show up? Like, I remember a lot of you guys have it easy now, but I will try to say this. Yes, hun. I remember when I was working, I was like, what reasoning can I give? Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be at this work. And I had all these ailments, headache, back pain, my stomach, get anxiety, my stomach would knot up. It's because I was in an environment that I knew I had to be out of. So instead of complaining, calling in sick all the time, which I did, I'm not gonna lie, or a lot of us will take like a stress leave or whatever, try to figure out what your purpose and your passion is. Even if your passion is, I just love being around this and that energy in this environment. Put yourself in that situation. I loved spirituality. So my thing was I would go to work. I'd be like, man, I'm burnt out. But I read a lot of spiritual based books. I joined a lot of meditation classes, a lot of different types of classes. I was not a lone wolf. Like, I did this all by myself. I didn't have friends that were like, hey, let's go here. Like, a lot of this was done in secret and then by myself. And I found like the more I followed my heart, my passion, what had driven me, the more and more spirit revealed to me, the more opportunities came to me. And so I didn't give up. It's hard. And so find what your passion. Listen, if you're like really into sports and your career has nothing to do with sports, start like maybe educating yourself more in that environment. Maybe coach, maybe do something that like just when you leave work, you have something to look forward to, something that like is a bit of a distraction, but it's also fueling your soul. That is a good way to help you like move forward in life. But if we're going to be in a state of like complaining, the pain that you feel in your body is not going to dissipate. The anxiety that you have will never be cured or released or healed or whatnot. You're going to be in a state continually like this. So I'm asking you, if you are serious about getting better, this card is saying you have to forgive yourself first and foremost. Not everybody has opportunities and situations. I get it. But put it out to your spiritual. And I tell everybody, my business is called Welcome Angels Wellness Center. Is because as soon as I started welcoming the angels, they helped change my life. They helped guide me to a path that I would have never thought to go. And it's like you have cheerleaders, but invisible cheerleaders that only want what's best for you. And so once I started invoking them into like my prayer, my meditations, my life, and I would just remember crying and talking to them and saying like, I need help with this. Like, I really truly need help with this. It's like people would come into my life, opportunities would come into my life, but I had to be able to forgive people, I had to surrender, I had to let go, I had to trust. Trust is a hard one. It's still a hard one for me, and it was a hard one, especially then to trust, right? And I know many of you guys are going through that as well. So they're saying it's going to come, what you're asking for, what you're looking for, it's going to come, but give it about a few months. So they're showing me like November's a write-off, so we're talking about all of December, all of January, and all of February going into March. You might start seeing the fruits of your labor closer to March. So just be patient for a little bit. I will say this, I'll put it on here. If you're like, what is she talking about? Go back and watch it. Please do me a favor. Keep me motivated to come back on here, else I'm not gonna come back anymore. I would love a thumbs up, a like to my page, subscribe to my page, all that stuff. Make it worth my while to come back here because not everyone has Instagram. So if you can do that or share my page. Hey, this crazy lady talks every once in a while. She can talk a lot. Oh, shoot, I just closed out of that 3-card spread. I guess the last card wasn't for you guys, but let me pull a last card for that. I'm going to pull a different one, okay? Sorry. I just was talking and it closed it. So let's see. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing, then that will help me out. I appreciate you. Okay. Look. Oh, what the hell? How did I pull Choose Freedom again? This is the first card. Was this not the first card that I just pulled? Guys, this card is about, like, you got it twice in the reading, and you saw me. I did it live. Your spiritual team is Choose Freedom. Be free of the negativity in your mind, your thoughts. Our thoughts are like one of the we poison ourselves with our own thoughts. That's what it is. So if you're really struggling, work on getting this together. Go to meditation. I have a lot of meditations on this YouTube. Listen to them. I know I'm hearing people are telling me commercials are coming up. Everyone's got to pay for commercials now. YouTube's getting really bad with that. I might put the meditations to another platform. It's just I don't have time to do that, and I have to hire someone to do that for me. But not yet. I will. Eventually, I'm going to do it. So just be patient. But again, the low power button went on. I wasn't planning to come on for this long. I was really just look, I've been on here for freaking 40 minutes. Actually longer because I did a test just before. This is your message. This is your sign. This is for you that if you're feeling you need to shift and change directive, this message is for you. Don't waste any more time. Start doing research, start educating yourself, try to find ways to move towards your purpose, your passion, your goals, your desires. But complaining ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's only gonna bring in more things that are gonna keep you more stuck. Okay, so I do want to end off. I didn't really think I was talking this long. This is what happens when I go live on whatever. Let me see. I might do this again. We'll see how it goes. But Instagram seems to be the place where I get more views. But you gotta keep trying. Gotta stick with it. But thank you, Sarah. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I will do my best. Sometimes I just come on. I have my clients, some of the older clients too. They're like, Lucy, please come on YouTube. So that's for those clients. And I love you guys. Have a blessed evening. And I'll try to do this again. Okay? Thanks, Marissa. Take it easy. Bye, guys. Good night.